Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about sensitivity to energy on semen retention and just for people in general, but it is for sure amplified while you are on semen retention. So right now, I'm just sitting in a park. And I went to drop my resume at a small grocery store, but the real reason was I had to get out of the house because my aunt was there, her friend was there. There was just a lot of people, and energy wise I felt like I just had to get out. I also didn't sleep very much last night. That's also a thing on semen retention. In the previous months I didn't really feel nothing like that, but for me personally, I feel like once I start to hit 4 months and on, I'm almost at 4 months. Sometimes you have trouble sleeping at night. Sometimes you just things don't feel the same. You have more energy, but sometimes it can be overwhelming. That's how I would put it. And yeah, that's phases to go through, It's not a reason to stop and give up. So yeah, being sensitive to energy can just be, you pick up the energy from people around you, and everybody has that to some extent, but it's just whether you're conscious of it or not. If you go to big parties and things like that, sometimes you won't feel good, or some days you just feel like you don't want to see anybody. Some days you feel more social. You gotta respect how you feel in that regard, because I was gonna say you don't feel good when you go to big parties. However, me myself included, sometimes I do feel attracted to that kind of energy, although it'll never be for long periods of time. And yeah, sometimes it can be tough because let's say you're feeling in a mood or energy where you need to spend more time alone. Well, if you're young, maybe you don't have the luxury to do that. You're maybe living with your family, you have brothers and sisters at home, and they can't really pick up on that. And sometimes they'll push things onto you and you'll just have stuff to do, or even if you're in school, sometimes you just need to rest. Sometimes you can't just stick to a strict schedule every day, So it's important to make money. It's important to have financial freedom so you can respect yourself in a way and take care of yourself. And yeah, the reason that I have people over today is because it is a Jewish holiday called Rosh Hashanah. Because on my dad's side, the family is Jewish, and we're having a supper. Not even that big of a supper. Only my older sister is coming, my uncle, only a couple people. But still, sometimes you need your time alone. And yeah, what are some tools? What are some things you can do to overcome this? Let's say you have trouble sleeping. I noticed personally that the energy tends to store in my stomach. That's where I'll feel the stress. I think it's been like that my whole life. Even when I was in high school, when I would like a girl, sometimes it would eat away at me and my stomach would hurt. And especially in the morning. And sometimes I would be late to school just because of that, because my stomach would hurt and I would have to go to the bathroom. So if you're similar in some regard, you gotta pay attention to your diet, because it kind of links to that, to the stress, your stomach, And yesterday I did have Bouston, which is a fast food here. So maybe that's part of it. Although it usually doesn't cause any problems. And then I had yogurt before going to bed, or like at midnight, I just had the yogurt with protein powder. So yeah, I'm not saying it's just because I ate like shit. Well, I didn't eat like shit, but you see what I mean. Even if I eat perfectly, there's some days where I'll still feel that stress and have a hard time feeling asleep. My tip to you is pay attention to what you eat, make sure you're eating good, and don't eat too late. That's what I would recommend. And also, although it's really tough, like even when I do the Wim Hof method or I try to relax myself, that stress, it stays. And the best thing I found was just taking melatonin. But even then, sometimes I still can't fall asleep. But yeah, this has only just started. This is my second troubled night, I would say, so far, since this segment of my semen retention journey. So yeah, that's one tool. Melatonin. I've gone on yapping. I don't know what else to say. So, like I said in my previous video, I'm gonna be posting more often, even if it's just me rambling about my day. You know, you get to know me and you get to see my growth over time, and maybe you really do connect with what I say. So with that said, I'll see you either tomorrow or after tomorrow. Peace.